Yes, us. Welcome to the Kefi Life podcast. My name is Kefi L, and I'll be your guide to creating a life of Ola Kala. All is well. Together, we'll get back to the basics, and we'll explore fresh new ways to flourish in mind, body, and soul the Greek way. You can look forward to interviews, stories, essential self-care strategies, recipes, and actionable takeaway Ola Kala moments. This is going to be so much fun. Let's get going. Πάμε! Our Lexi for today is Dynami. Dynami, or strength. When we hear the word Dynami, or strength, we think of physicality. At least I do. But the truth of the matter is, Dynami is not just physical. It's also moral and mental, which forms a balance between the mind and body. If you're desiring to grow in Dynami, begin to work on strengthening a synergy with the mental and physical aspects of your whole person. This season on the Kefi Life podcast, we are thrilled to partner with Infuse Well Concierge, your trusted source for IV hydration, vitamin drips, aesthetics, and metabolic wellness. Olya, a registered nurse, works alongside a double board certified medical doctor and a team of medical professionals to create customized treatments that help you optimize longevity, restore balance, and bring your best self forward. Hydrate, energize, and glow from the inside out with vitamin drips. Whether you need a post-travel pick-me-up, an immunity boost, or a beauty refresh, Infuse Well Concierge delivers wellness with precision and luxury. Thanks for checking out the Kefi Life podcast. You have lots of ways to spend your time, so I really appreciate you carving out a sliver of your day for us on this day. And as we continue down the road to renewal, we are, after all, in the middle of the Buzz for Longevity Paths to Renewal series. I love it. We are on our way, and I would love to introduce you to a very important guest, in my opinion, who will help you and me be and get strong, or get and be strong in the body, and therefore, I think, the mind. Or is it vice versa? We'll find out. Please meet now Kyriakos Kalamaras. Did I say that right?
That was perfect.
Oh, yay. Kyriakos is a transformational fitness and mindset coach. I really like that to start with. He is revolutionizing human potential, like that even better, and supercharging your health, igniting your mind, achieving the impossible. And I'm so excited to dig in. I want to thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be here. It's an honor.
It's been a while, Kyriakos, and I was really surprised to see you flourishing and thriving in this industry of fitness.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with, even though we've known each other a while, you're a fellow Greek.
Sure.
You are a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your story. How did this all get going?
Well, long story short, and I'll try to keep it as short as possible. I moved to the United States with my mother in 2009 from Greece, from Athens, Greece. I was just 13 years old. And so we left my father behind, my sister stayed back home. So it was like a very much of a new, everything was like culture shock for me, right? So the moment I stepped into the United States, I got, with close family that I wasn't very close in Greece, obviously. So we're trying to get tighter here. And I saw how much the parents were involved with their kids' sports, right? So running around. We have a mutual friend, my Uncle Dean and Maria.
Love them. The Duchesses, shout out.
Shout out. And they were so heavily involved with the kids too, playing football and hockey. I remember Sammy going to his games, and I remember Steffi did dancing for a while there, and they were just running around. So I was like, wait, there's something here. So I was also overweight. I was socially awkward. I was in high school. So everybody in high school already kind of had their cliques. So I was kind of the odd one out, right? European, Greek, stuck out like a sore thumb. And I was also shaggy. I had acne. I had my glasses on as per usual. So I was kind of bullied a little bit,
Ooh, it sucks. It sucks, but it makes us stronger.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm really, really grateful for all of it, to be completely frank. And basically what happened was, going through this kind of culture change and trying to adapt and be part of everything. And the bullying, I had a friend of mine actually that one day pretty much told me why don't you just get jacked? Why don't you just get jacked, build some muscle? And even if you don't know how to fight and protect yourself, at least people are going to think twice before they mess with you. So it was kind of like my armor. So then gym became my solitude. basically.
Excellent,
right?
excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at that time,
Mm-hmm.
when you were bullied and you transitioned into getting in shape and getting jacked,
Yeah.
that's when you started your learning process for everything fitness, bodybuilding, physical.
Pretty much. It was all self-taught in the beginning, trial and error, picking up magazines, picking up books, looking at, I actually didn't have a laptop when I first came here. So it took a while. So I would go to like my school library and I would watch YouTube and like whatever early on, like YouTube, like fitness influencers were on there. Obviously we didn't know about like PEDs and like all that stuff back then, but we were all having high hopes.
Of course. Any role models that stand out?
Man, now I don't, now I just follow bodybuilding.
You know who I like, and I've never really body built. I haven't.
Sure.
I admire, and I know he's controversial, but I really admire Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
I do. And I do because maybe he is a little unrealistic with how you get in shape, but I do like his mindset. I mean,
that's the mindset.
Yeah.
The mindset is the blueprint, right? Having a vision, right? Being able to, like, your body is literally the real manifestation of you, right? Why? Because you can literally change. You're seeing your body change. And if you visualize it, you can achieve it.
Oh, I love it.
And that's what Arnold did. Now I'm kind of like over the whole Arnold, obsession, but
of course. And he was really, really hot and heavy in like the 80s, 90s, etc.
But he's still a legend. Don't get me wrong.
He's legendary. I just think that he's so mentally strong.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, did you get certified? Do you have certifications now? Tell us about your training.
Sure. So I went to college for exercise and movement science.
Okay.
Right. I completed my bachelor's degree. And then I started working for LA Fitness at the time. And then LA Fitness certified us with their own like home kind of like certification. And then I went and we got NASM. And then from there, I just self-taught, just kept learning, kept improving. I like literally just pick up books. I never liked books up until COVID happened. And I basically told myself, I was like, I really need to take this time to educate the hell out of myself. So I picked up a speed reading course and I just started picking up book after book after book. Excellent.
Is there one that stands out in your mind or one that you want to recommend?
There are so many good books out there that I love. It depends. I love psychology. I love reading books about rewiring your brain. I love reading books about biohacking, nutrition.
Excellent.
Stuff like that. So one that sticks out a lot is Breathe by James Nestor. Another one that I really, really love is called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza.
God, I think I've heard of that one. That's a New York Times bestseller.
It's a great book. I've read it many, many times. It's a little woo-woo.
Yeah.
Some people would think it's a little woo-woo, but if you understand, the nervous system and how it works, you can really like kind of correlate the two. Right.
I can say when you talk about the nervous system, and then we're going to dive into what, what the real meat of this topic conversation is. But I notice that when my nervous system gets a little haywire, or I get nervous, or I get jittery, or I get sad, or I get any type of crazy emotion, as soon as I start walking, moving my body, it can be fast or slow.
Yeah.
I do feel those endorphins changing, rewiring my mental.
Yeah. It's true. Anxiety is bottled in energy.
Anxiety is bottled in energy.
Yeah. So you basically just have to expend that energy. You got to get it out.
So let's get into this. And I really want to find out about strength training.
Sure.
My husband, Brian, used to play football. My son plays football. They do a lot of strength training. I used to do strength training. But all of a sudden it's coming back. There's a woman named Seneca. I forget her first name. She might be from Cuba or something. Remarkably fit. She does strength training. Define it, and why is it so important to the human body for everyday person?
Sure. So strength training for me is applying resistance to whether bands, body weight, kettlebells, dumbbells, barbells, and trying to create force, right? So through creating force, we're creating a nervous adaptation and a physical adaptation. So these are two things that we have to make sure that we separate, right? Because there's two parts to this, and people don't know this. Now, the reason why it's important to strength train is, number one, obviously, muscle mass, right? The bigger the car's engine, the more fuel it burns. So the more muscle we have, the more energy we can burn, right? At rest, which means what? Easier fat loss.
Yeah. Ooh, I love it.
Right? For the rest of your life, right?
For the rest of your life.
Yeah, there you go. So we're keeping up your metabolism, right? So when we speak about metabolism, your body has the ability to burn fats and carbs, right? Western diet, because of whatever reason, the World Health Organization recommends we eat 12 servings of fruits and carbs and vegetables, which is not feasible, right? I don't think I've ever seen anybody to tell me in a day they've had 12 servings of carbohydrates, like they're about to go run a marathon. Me personally, right?
Yeah.
So having basically a good amount of muscle, having the bone density so your bones are not breaking as we get older, right? As we get older, we hear stories of people falling down and having some stress fractures or serious like fractures around their hips, their lower back, and that just kind of keeps them immobilized, right? And they end up like maybe losing their lives, or they become a burden to their like loved ones just because the body doesn't have the enough resources to kind of like heal and mend itself back together, right? So then we have, like I said, your metabolism, which is better insulin sensitivity, making sure that we're able to balance our blood sugar, right? Which is very, very important. We're seeing a rise in insulin resistance and diabetes. We're seeing a big correlation between blood sugar and gut dysregulation, right? So if you're not balancing your blood sugar, you don't have energy, right? If you're eating carbohydrates all the time, and bad carbohydrates, right? Not bad. I don't like using the word bad, but like,
how about if we say if it comes in a box?
Right.
Food,
So
yeah.
very heavily processed,
Yeah.
Things that just don't have fiber and they have a lot of simple sugars,
Yeah.
right? So the problem with that is that the more we consume, the more inflammation we create within the gut, right? So our intestines. In our gut, that's where our body produces most of its neurotransmitters, right? Your serotonin, your feel-good hormone, your dopamine, your motivation hormone. Everything happens through the gut. So when we allow ourselves to regularly eat fast food, regularly eat processed foods, we're creating this low-grade inflammation that can last anywhere between an hour, 5 and 12 hours, right? So I have I'm a big fan of this biohacker. They call him the father of biohacking and the biohacking movement. His name is Dave Asprey. He gave a really good example. He said it's better for you to smoke a cigarette than to eat a plate of French fries.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
No kidding.
And the reason why he said that is because of that exact reason. It's the inflammation, right? So one cigarette will keep the inflammation high for 5 minutes versus a plate of fries is going to keep low-grade inflammation happening for over 5 hours.
So truthfully told, food can be or not be medicine.
That's exactly what it is.
And food really does play a huge part in how we feel, how we execute our day.
100%.
And that inflammation is so nasty. Why does it hurt so bad? Why does it hurt our body when we have inflammation in it?
So inflammation is supposed to be there as a means to tell the body, hey, something needs repair.
Okay. It's a warning signal.
Yeah, exactly. It's a signal, just like cortisol, just like our stress hormone, right? It's meant to be there. But if you're having chronic inflammation, eventually the body is starting to like basically eat itself, right? It's starting to break apart, right? And that's when low-grade inflammation can accumulate in your joints as arthritis, right? Rheumatoid arthritis. Now we have more joint pains and aches. Our rate of recovery slows down. Our rate of building muscle slows down. The way you think, right? So some people will say, well, I can eat a plate of fries and I don't get bloated and my energy is fine, right? So I'm fine. I can eat those fries. But how does it affect you the next day? How does it affect you within 72 hours?
Wow.
Right? Now, can you think straight? Do you have brain fog? Can you focus? Is your energy going to be the same? Right? So for me, somebody that, I expect to perform from the moment that I wake up till the moment I go home. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., all these clients expect me to be in my tip-top shape.
Well, you have a lot of natural energy. Like your energy probably comes from your nutrition and your fitness.
100%.
I can feel your energy. You're very strong, but you're also, you're exuding a very, like, I feel like you could go outside and start lifting some weights right now in the garage. Okay. We've got 50s and 50s. Okay.
Yeah, man, it's that protein shake that I just had right before this.
All right. That helps. Okay. Really quick. What
Sure.
type of protein? I just started with, plant protein.
Okay.
And I really like it. Do you recommend one, or do you have a protein powder or drink
Sure.
that you can recommend for us?
So the two companies that I work for right now or work with as a practitioner, one's called Nutridyne. They're out of Canada, and the other one's called Designs for Sport, right? So they're both NSF certified, third-party tested, GMP, like, and the cool thing about those guys out in Canada is that their like food regulations and supplement regulations are so high that even if something very minuscule could be off about one other batch, everything's coming off the shelf.
Does it taste good? Does the product taste good?
I like it.
You like
it?
it?
I personally like it.
Okay.
I've reached this point in my life where I'm like, I'm eating for fuel. So
Right.
I'm trying to get my job done.
Yeah.
And if we can, in the process, find something to make it more enjoyable, absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
And as we say, we eat to live, not live to eat.
Correct.
So I would have to agree with that. And one thing that I'm famous for, everybody in my family goes crazy with it. I love Scooby snacks.
Okay.
I kind of have food phobia.
Okay.
And my daughter, Catherine, who is, going to hopefully become a doctor, she always tells me, Mom, it's okay if you don't eat for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like we were created to not eat so much.
Oh my God. Fasting is so huge.
It's so huge, that intermittent fasting.
Mm-hmm.
I want to continue down the path of strength training because that is a modality that I feel as though is critical to our well-being, especially as we age.
Sure.
But also for anyone that wants to like go and get a job, they want to present themselves as strong. They don't have to be so jacked, but they should present themselves as strong. Okay. The major complaint, I believe, for the general population, Kyriako, is time availability.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So what would you say to someone who's like, Kyriako, I want to start weight training. I want to increase my metabolism. I want to start this, but I really just don't have 4 hours a week.
Sure.
What would you say about that?
So
getting started.
I would like the quickest thing that I would do, because I know everybody's busy. Everybody needs most bang for their buck here. I would say if you can just work out maybe anywhere between 1 to 3 times per week. It doesn't have to be, as long as it's consistent. You know what I mean? I'd rather consistency over intensity any day. So the most important thing, let's do full body workout days where we address every single part of your body, right? It's a pushing day. So you do your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, and then we can also do a little bit of back and a little bit of legs, right? It's going to take a little bit longer, but if you want to make most bang for your buck, like in that one session, for example, you can do that. Or you can break it down into micro, segments where you just work out for 20, 30 minutes. And that's it. You're in and out, just as long as we can address every single major body part.
Okay, so consistency, and I read that this morning. Consistency is more important than intensity.
Yes.
Let's talk about, we talked about the frequency. One of my favorite workouts, but I haven't been able to do it lately because of a shoulder injury, but I need to strengthen that, but I'm a little bit nervous about the discomfort I'm feeling in my shoulder.
Sure.
But I like putting a bar behind my back and squatting.
Okay.
One of my favorite exercises is to squat.
Barbell squat. Yep.
I just don't know why it just resonates with me.
Okay.
So squatting is really good. Arms just bore me to death.
Yeah.
But the lower half, I'm stronger in my lower half.
I agree. I mean, I'm on the same boat.
Really?
I will take legs over upper body day.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Really? Now, why is that?
It's just more challenging.
It's more challenging.
It takes so much more. It's so much more demanding, right? Muscularly, your nervous system. I mean, you know how it is, being under the barbell and loading that bar up.
Yeah.
And not whether you're doing 20 reps or you're doing 8 reps with a crazy amount of weight on that barbell.
Yeah.
Having to pick it up, and come up and just push past what you did before. That's it. That's where I get those endorphins. Where you get the endorphins from running, that's where I get the endorphins from lifting.
Oh, well, I'm a cardio addict, and that's something I'm facing right now. So I'm trying to build back into strength training. I might have to hire you. But what I'm doing right now, it's just a little glimmer of it is I'm doing inclines on the treadmill.
Sure.
And so that's helping my lower area to strengthen and tighten up.
Of course.
And I do like that. I guess certain people are addicted to different forms of, when I say addicted, they enjoy certain forms of.
No, you're absolutely right.
Fitness.
Why not be addicted? No, I'm a big proponent of that because a lot of people say, it's not good to be addicted. Well, you know what? I'd rather be addicted to working out than be addicted to cocaine.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Come on. And those are healthy habits. But just to round something up on strength training, like we said about people specifically, I just wanted to say the most important thing, like you said, time is of the essence. Hire a trainer.
Okay.
Hire a coach. You know what I mean? If you don't want to think, hiring a good coach that knows what they're talking about and has been in the field and has the testimonials and can show you proof, go talk to the person and see what they can offer you. You're going to gain so much more money and time back. And you're going to get 10x from this process. You're going to be light years ahead from your peers. Yeah. Something that I've been talking a lot about lately and as a central topic is that most people don't realize how truly powerful their mind is. Because the body is listening. That internal monologue that you talk to yourself every single day. There was times in my life where I was like, no, you look at that piece of bread, you're going to gain 20 pounds. that literally caused a spiral inside of me, which caused inflammation. I literally caused my own demise, right? Because I didn't have a good relationship with food. Mm-hmm. Now, there's another example, a cool example. I like to go into the sauna right after I'm done with my workouts because it has a myriad of health benefits. Mm-hmm. I like to go in there completely dehydrated after a workout for the effect, the hormetic effect. So there's homeostasis and there's hormesis, right? So creating a little bit of inflammation, low-grade inflammation, helps the body become more resilient. So being inside that heat for 20 to 25 minutes completely dehydrated is going to help have a cascade of hormone and neurotransmitter releases. Growth hormone, you feel better, you're recovering faster, you feel more calm after a workout. It's great, right? It puts you in such a good mood. But after 25 minutes, your heart rate will jump up to 155 beats per minute. That's around the time where my body is telling me, move, leave, get out. But what I do is I piggyback 2 habits because I like stacking my habits. So I will meditate in the sauna, right? So I try to visualize my day. I try to visualize my highest version of me, my mantras, whatever it may be. And I tell myself, I'm staying here for 25 minutes, whether you like it or not. So you better find a way to make me survive. You know, it sounds comical. It sounds comical, but let me tell you, the more I do it and the more I focus on that rather than my heart rate beating out of my chest, my body eventually starts releasing endorphins and everything just calms down. Yeah. I am perfectly fine.
So you're making sure your body is alive.
My body's alive.
You are challenged.
My body wants me to stay alive. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Everybody, the thing with this whole thing about creating habits and getting into strength training is what? That we want to enter with the least barrier, right? So we want the least barrier to entry for everything, right? Everything has to be easy. It can't be painful. We're trying to control the pain. Yeah. So unfortunately, we have to be okay with leaning into the pain. Mm-hmm. Ancient Greeks said what? Pan metro aristo. Oh. Or actually, it's not even pan metro aristo, it's metro aristo.
And guess what? I was corrected on that because I said it the first way and I interviewed.
Pan metro, right.
Yeah, it's metro ariston.
It's metro ariston, right.
Yeah, and I love the Delphic maxims because there's so many. Know thyself, everything in balance.
Right.
Like you said, stay calm.
That was the biggest lesson for me for 2025 was finally recognizing what aspects of myself I was off.
So what was off?
So counterbalance. Yeah, absolutely. So like, I always thought that, you know, like it's not okay for me to take days off.
We need recovery.
We absolutely need recovery.
I love Sundays off.
Yeah. So I know, and I agree with you 100%, but I had to like be okay with saying like, hey, I'm listening to my body. Mm-hmm. My body might be healed. My nervous system is not there. Everything just feels heavy today. Yeah. So why not maybe just take the day off because that's going to make me even more productive tomorrow and for the rest of the week. So then by the end of the week, I'm not destroyed completely.
You're an alpha male. So is my husband. My husband, Brian, I have so much respect for him and he pushes and he's a provider and he's an excellent provider. Mm-hmm. And I have been working with him because, well, he's a smart attorney. So we work with each other, but I've been working on, I'm like, Brian, it's okay to take care of yourself too. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really important for men, especially for men, but also for women. As we close out this beautiful episode, which I think was so helpful, and we're going to have to do it again.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Kyriakos. I ask all my special guests this very important question, and you can take a minute to think about it.
Sure.
I don't think you'll need much time, but Kyriakos Kalamaras, in my life, I've learned that. Mm-hmm. And you can finish the statement.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what have you learned in your life that just like has resonated? I know you probably learned a lot.
There's a lot, but if it's one thing, do you want it to be related to strength?
Anything.
Or can it be related to mental?
Anything that has been helpful to you.
100%. So in my life, I've learned that you have to be okay with leaning into the pain and the discomfort, right? Like I told you, balance. One setback in my life is that I was always looking for friction and I was always looking to go against the grain because I thought it was cool, right? Be the black sheep. It's okay to be the black sheep, but you also have to be okay with having fun. You have to be okay with letting loose. It's not always about friction. It's not always about discipline. Discipline gives you the freedom, right? But you also need to have the fun. You need to make those memories with your family and your loved ones and take a chill pill for a second. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be all grind.
Yeah.
Because we do live in this hustle culture. And this is the time where I kind of came into that. And somebody actually very wise now passed away, Eric. You know, I loved him. He was one of my mentors, but he told me what happens to metal when you grind it. It turns into sawdust.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
So learn to balance. Learn to lean into the pain because it's unavoidable. There's rhythm, right? In life, there's rhythm. There's polarity. There's always, where there's dark, there's going to be light. Where there's good, there's going to be bad days. You know, where there's, you know, everything. You're going to go through every single phase. Just like marriage, right? You're going to go through every single phase.
Just don't wait.
Don't wait.
Don't wait to get in shape. Don't wait to say, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait to be your highest version.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait to eat the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wait to like see yourself shine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
it's okay to be uncomfortable, guys. It's okay. Just a little bit.
You're the best. I'm so honored. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
See you again.
It was a pleasure.
What a terrific episode on strength training. Hopefully, friend, you gained some kernels of wisdom on your road to longevity. Appreciate you so much, Kyriakos of Live Fit. We'll see you next time. In the meantime, the Buzz for Longevity Paths to Renewal series continues on December 4th. We have an extraordinary guest, artist Christina Angelos. She'll reveal the therapeutic aspects of art therapy. Talk then, and until that time, hope it's Ola Kala, all is well. Eleolado, olive oil, has been celebrated in the civilized world for millennia. Nearly eternal, the oil of this fruit has been more than just food to the cultures of the Mediterranean region. It's been medicinal, ceremonial, sacramental, and the foundation of great wealth and power. It is safe to say that olive oil is the ethos, the essence of Greek culinary culture. Today, the priceless and life-giving ingredients of this liquid gold can be delivered to you when you purchase your premium bottle of Kefi Life extra virgin olive oil from the region my parents were born, the Peloponnese. The coveted Koumparakis olive is extensively cultivated here in the southern part of Greece, which offers the unique microclimate needed to grow a fruit netting the utmost nutrient value for extra virgin olive oil. Kefi Life extra virgin olive oil, a boundless amount of value, high in antioxidants with anti-inflammatory properties, linked to good mood and improved mental health. Get your bottle of wellness today when you visit KefiLife.com. Yummiest! Today I'd like to personally invite you to sign up for my Tuesday newsletter. Why? Because here I will directly communicate with you, sharing additional wellness content and promotions that our team has created for you in mind. I promise not to overload you, only further inspire you. Visit KefiLife.com today, sign up for the Tuesday newsletter, bringing you one step closer to Ola Kala, all is well.
Kefi L is the founder of Kefi Life. She is passionate about whole person wellness and living a fulfilled life. Her Kefi Life podcast is created to simply and naturally help you harmonize the mind, body, and soul the Greek way. Visit KefiLife.com and check out Kefi Vale on LinkedIn and on Twitter. Join us again next time for more positive energy and inspiration on Kefi Life.